Well, hello there, my friends. It is just me, Birdie, with another vlog. I'm trying. Not sure how successful I'm going to be with these vlogs, but hey, I'll give you an explanation of why I suddenly have so much time on my hands that I'm trying to do these vlogs. But not right now. Let me tell you about what this day might turn out to be for me. I started off with, I was having a day off. After conversing with my son yesterday about how Mondays are usually not a lot of overtime, people work on the weekend, take off on the weekend, and blah, blah, blah. Because if there is a day he's going to stay home, it is going to be on a Monday. Anyway, that went out the window. It's 6:30 this morning. I got a message. Okay, fine, no big deal. So now I just switch my things around. So that began with packing up my stuff for chocolate molding and cookie dipping. So I did that, but guess what? I left the chocolate home. Hello? Yeah, I did. So I went back into Walmart just now to grab that, and lo and behold, everything happens for a reason. They had all kinds of pumpkin pies, which when I went to my Walmart in Newburgh the other day, they did not have any. Actually, Aldi, when I did my food haul, did not have any. So I picked up 3 of those. I'll show you in a little while what I got there in my little pit stop. And now I'm on my way to the pet food store because I need to pick up cat kibble. And then I'm going to go to somebody's house, to their porch, to pick up some wee-wee pads that they're selling. They're Costco wee-wee pads, extra large. And they're giving them away, basically. That's how cheap they are. I think 50 for $10. So I'm grabbing those because we use those for Cora. I always like to leave, Michael and I like to leave her wee-wee pad in case she needs to relieve herself and nobody's home, even though normally she doesn't, but there have been occasions where she does use them, so we like to have them on hand. And Cali Lily, I generally don't even use those anymore, but it's good to have on hand just in case I decide to take her somewhere or whatever. It's nice to have that. So yeah, that's it. That's what I'm up to. I'm gonna hope to do this candy molding this afternoon before I go home, and so I'll talk to you in a little bit, and I'll show you the couple things that I picked up at Walmart. Okay, so I have made these 3 stops, went to the pet food store, and made a different selection of cat kibble. If anybody's interested, when your cat reaches 8 years of age, they're considered a senior cat. And so, because we have so many, the last one now will be 7 in the spring, so no, actually she'll be 8 in the spring, I think. Anyway, so that'll make them all seniors. But I was worried about little kitten, our oldest one. Now I'm going to get lost in here because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. What else is new? I should know where I am, but I really think I should go back this way. Anyway, so it took me a little longer than usual because I am Chatty Cathy, as you can all tell by now. For those of you who've been around a while, for those of you who are new, you're going to find out quick, probably within a video. So, and if you are new, by the way, thank you very much for staying. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone that watches my videos. Very, very much. Thank you. So, then I got to talking about a part-time job. So this is the segue into what I was going to tell you about before, and I said I'll tell you later. So over this last year, I have been working, and all of that ended in, I don't know, I stopped working several weeks ago now. And, oh, I'm back to where I know where I'm going. That's good. I was doing demo at BJ's. I really enjoyed that job for what it was worth, and I left that in July due to circumstances which I don't need to get into the details. The circumstances no longer were good for me to continue in that position. And so the person who was in charge of the cashiers at the time, I befriended her over the years, almost year time that I was doing demo, and she said that she would love to have me as a cashier. So I did that for 3 months. It took me a month to get hired because of whatever the reason. And so I did that from like August to October. And then all of a sudden one day I was written off the schedule. After I had been asked to do favors, which I'm really good at doing. If I like you, I'll do a lot for you. If I don't like you so much, I might still help you out. And so be that as it may be, I turn around one day and I'm not on the schedule. And she was on vacation, my boss, my immediate boss. So I was told by another person that there was an error in the schedule because we got a new store manager and blah, 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 blah. The outcome was there was no error in the schedule, as I was told. And I was like, gee, you know, if you talk to me about this, I would be okay with that. I have no problem. I'll work out whatever we have to work out. Because I could take a week or two off. This is a job that I want. I want a part-time job for my socializing, for the extra money, but most of all, to keep my brain functioning. Because as you get older, it's really important to think about those things. And I find that having too much time on my hands is also not a healthy thing for me mentally or physically, because generally it's healthy to, as long as you're happy. I mean, everybody's happiness is different. My happiness is not equating to somebody else's, obviously. But for me, having this little job, and disabled people in the United States are able to work. We have a lot of restrictions on us, which are there for a reason. But we have to be accommodated within reason. As long as you can perform the job with accommodations, it is a requirement that you be accommodated. You can't be discriminated against, and so on and so forth. So I wasn't the only one on this job that was handicapped, actually. Anyway, I'm going totally off on a tangent, and the sun is probably really making this a terrible video to watch. But anyway, so I said, you know what? I don't need this. Don't let yourself be mistreated. Don't let that happen to yourself. If you're in a circumstance that you're not happy in and you feel like you're being mistreated, get out, okay? In a job, especially in this type of a rinky-dink situation, this is not a career position I was in by any means. I had a career, okay? And so this is just, like I said, something to keep me going. So since that time, I was rehired a couple weeks ago to do the same product demonstrator position, but at Sam's Club for several dollars more an hour. And that didn't end up working out for me. Went through all of the onboarding process. And I talked to the manager once more to make sure that he could accommodate certain things for me. And as it turns out, he couldn't. It had nothing to do with disability. It had to do with basically my personal life and what I can and cannot do in a position to be able to make a commitment to it. I am really big on that. I'm not happy when I going into a circumstance where I'm unsure, because I don't like to go back on my word. So anyway, bringing me back to the pet food store, I was talking to the manager, who I have talked with before, because I go in there so often with all these animals that we have to have food for. And I ask questions about things. She and I have chatted a couple times, and she's very interested in having me apply for a position there. And the best part about that will be, it's not working very hard, but in addition to that, if she can accommodate my wishes and I could actually do this job, I would get 50% discount on the food for the animals. Oh my God. That is like striking gold for me. So anyway, we'll see what happens, but I just wanted to share that with you. In past, I have not shared about working. I had my reasons for that, and those reasons are no longer a reason for me to not share. So I don't share everything on here, but if it's shareable and I feel like maybe somebody else could relate to it, then I will. So I will show you the things that I got when I get into the house, because right now I'm also running behind, which what else is new. That's another problem I have. The more time I have, the more behind I go. I just tend to do much better. I always have been this way when I have a good amount of time, but also, you know, a reasonable amount to get things done that I need to do, but also like not an infinite amount, because then I just get a little lackadaisy and blah, blah, blah. So I'll be back. I'm going to show you what I picked up quick, and then we're going to move on to my late breakfast at after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So this is a box of Buddy Biscuits, $5.97 for a 1 pound box. And then I have 3 8-inch pumpkin pies. They were $3 each. I have a 32-ounce box of chicken broth for $1. I have 2 almond barks, 1 vanilla, 1 chocolate for $3.47 each. And then I have 1 half-pound pack of smoked deli turkey. This is the natural kind by Hormel. that I like for $4.98. And then in total, bring you right back here, I spent $18.44 in Walmart today. I have here a really cute cup that I got at the dollar store the other day. I thought it was adorable for $1.25. I just want to show you that. I didn't show you that haul because it was all toiletries, basically. A bag of the Barkery Original for Dogs. This is the oats and apple and the peanut butter and vanilla flavor. Assorted trio. And I also have a bag of cat food, which I'm not showing you. It's out in the car. But with the cat food, I spent today $52.94. So there was $2 off on these little Barkery biscuits, and then there was $5 off on the cat food. This is a separate receipt. These were 50% off. This is all I could scrounge up of Thanksgiving cookies for the dogs. So I have 3 paws and 2 squirrels, and Cora wants some for $6.03. And that does it for this. I'm going to go feed Cora and come back. Well, hello, it's me again. Cora is dining al fresco. In all fairness to her, she is eating late. I can't believe it's 20 of 2 already. This is what I'm having today. It is a blueberry parfait, as I'm calling it. On the bottom, I have a Weetabix with some cinnamon and a sugar stevia packet to sweeten it up. And then I have the Great Value Wild blueberries. A cup of those is mixed in, and a cup of Oikos vanilla yogurt, my most favorite. 1 serving, I should say. I'm not sure if it's a cup or 3/4, whatever. I weighed it out anyway. So in total, this is $2.50, but I'm tracking it with my almond milk for the day, so it comes to $2.80, and I'll put the tracking information right here for you so you could see it. In the meantime, I'm going to go enjoy this now. I'll see you soon. My dinner tonight is pretty sad. It's coming in at 522 calories. My apologies that it's not all plated up, but I have a meeting at 6:30 with the ladies, Beth and Rachel, to talk about all things diet tonight, and it is 6:16. So I'm going to have this rice right now. Here I have half a pack of Knorr cheddar broccoli rice, and I put a half a cup of peas and half a cup of V8 tomato vegetable juice in that. And I'm going to have 2 string cheese at 50 calories a piece, and 1 serving of the Natural Choice smoked deli turkey, 3 slices for 60 calories, and then I'm going to have 2 of these light rye crisp bread for 40 calories. And in the back, I'm reminded to tell you that I did great on water today, and I'm still working on this flask. So that's going to do it for today's eating, unless I want something later on tonight, and that'll probably be a piece of fruit, and I'll call it a day on my eating. I have calories left though, so which is always a good thing.